Hello, it's Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your Jayco Greyhawk 29V motorhome. Picked a beautiful motorhome here. I'm going to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things to get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A few things to take into consideration when you're parking. On your campsite, you have plenty of room for your awning to open up. On your off campsite, you've got a couple of little slides. They're not too deep. But I also want you to think about where your power and water connections are going to be. Your power is going to be in about the middle of the unit. And then your water connection is going to be above your tires. So park accordingly so you can utilize facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive, get parked good. First thing we're going to do is level our unit. Alright, so once we've got a fairly level parking spot, we're going to go ahead and put down our auto leveling system. As you see, I've already put down some pads. I'm going to recommend stabilizing jack pads to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer, keep them from sinking into that. Just a good investment. Grab a 4-pack of those with your 10% off coupon. Put them underneath each one. I'm going to come inside our unit here. You'll already be in here. Turn on our main power. As you see, I have nothing here because what must be done in order to run that auto leveling down is our key has to be in the on position. Unit doesn't necessarily have to be started, just in the on position. That should put us to the point here where we can turn this on. We are going to touch auto level. Parking brake. Purpose, as a reminder, push in your parking brake, come back and hit enter to acknowledge. It's going to ask you. Enter. Auto level. Auto leveling, grounding jacks. Remain still. And please wait. Just run down rather quick. Not far from the ground. You see what it's saying here if I can get a right angle. Doing the left rear. Right rear. That's going to auto level. Analyzing, getting your unit level. We should be pretty quick inside of here. On concrete floor. Success. Alright, we're all set up. Units level and stable. We can go ahead and hook up our power and water. As you know from seeing the unit in here, just plugged in here. Our big long 30 amp cord was stored inside here. You can run that down through this area here so that you can close this. You also have cable hookup at 110 in case you need any of that out here. Run your hose down through that. At the end of that 30 amp service, should you need it, you'll get a 30 to 15 amp reducer in case you need to plug into a 110. Alright, got our power hooked up. Let's hook up our water. Now again, I said our water is going to hook up above here, above our tire, for city water or putting water into a freshwater tank. Before we do that, we're going to come back here to this back storage area, open this up, and then this back corner here is part of our docking station. At campsites, we're going to hook it up to city water fixtures. So we want it 2 and 6. Front one, 2 straight up. Back one, all the way to the right. That's 6. City fixtures. That's how we hook it up at campsites. You got that turned on correctly. go ahead, grab a water pressure regulator. The water pressure regulator is going to reduce your water pressure to 40 to 50 psi. It's going to protect the lines in your unit. You don't know what the water pressure is at different campsites, so always use these. Hook that up to your city water connection. One more step before turning on your hose. Let's go on the other side of the unit and find your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, make sure we go ahead and get the cap on that drain plug. Throw some plumber's tape around that. There's a white cap that'll go on there. Put that on there nice and snug. Then you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After that hose has been on for a few minutes, we're going to go up inside our unit. We're going to open up our slides. The reason is, I want to get in here and get to all of our water lines. This unit, you don't necessarily have to. You can get into the bathroom or any of these sinks. I just want you to get in here and open up your lines, get all the air out of the lines, get a nice steady flow of water, shut that off. Same thing in the bathroom, sink and shower, get all the air out of the lines, shut that off. You're all set up to camp at a campsite. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go out dry camping somewhere and just want to have our freshwater tank filled up. Well, in that case, same thing, use your water pressure regulator, fill up in the same spot. See, it says potable water. However, we're going to start by turning this to city fill tank. Turn it to 1 and 6. That's going to fill our tank. On the inside, we're going to check the levels of your black and gray tanks. You'll see your freshwater tank. Once that tank is filled, we'll go ahead and turn it to down to normal, which is 3 and 5, right and up. Now we match 3 and 5, which is normal. Now when we want to utilize this water, we'll turn on our water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when hooked up to city water. That's already pressurized. So the other two settings are country fill. Actually, you put it at 1 and 4, and what that will do, same thing as sanitizing, it will suck in soapy water that you put in the hose and suck in. And then the other one is sanitize or winterize your lines. In that case, you have to bypass your hot water heater, and you will use antifreeze. And you'll keep that in there. This is just a way that you can just clean out your lines. All right, we're all set up for power and water. Let me go ahead and walk you around the rest of the unit. Continue here in this docking station. Here's our low point drain for when we're leaving. Black and gray tanks on the outside here. We'll talk about those when leaving the campsite. Another low point drain here. That's probably our freshwater tank. Here's where you'll fuel up. Out here you got a hot and cold shower. Again, city water connection. This is where we'll flush out our black tank when leaving the campsite. We'll talk about that when leaving again. So storage, power, storage, generator. I'll get inside here in a little bit. I'll start that up for you. Coming around the front, there's a manual in here for all of your Ford chassis and information that's not necessarily Jayco related. Coming on our campsite, we've got a vent for our hood range. That's access panel to the back of your fridge. That's for techs to use. This is a flue for your furnace. A few things on that. 1, make sure it's never blocked. 2, if you are running your furnace, steer clear of that. It says hot 4 times for a reason. Up here we've got storage, propane, more storage with cable and 110 in case you want to set the TV outside. More storage and more storage. Both of these outdoor speakers. You got a ladder, utilize it. Up there a couple times a year, check the seams of your roof and caulk as needed with recommended RV roofing caulk. That about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. Come inside the unit. Be patient for your steps to come out, especially when you're leaving. When you open your door, don't step right down. You don't want to get tripped up by that. House batteries in here. Here's where you turn on and off those house batteries. Here's your main power to the unit. Again, our auto leveling system, accent lighting. To the right, there's going to be an exterior light, which is also dimmable by this slide. Turn on your power step, on and off. Speakers for sound, stereo system inside and out. 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. That's always running off your battery, so keep that to account. Go Power solar controller. This simply keeps your solar panels from overcharging your batteries. That's the whole purpose of this. 13.3 is about what you get in a 12-volt battery. So that'll keep you charged up nicely without overcharging that battery. And above there for your inverter for when you're needing that type of power. Coming up top to my left, here's going to be my main control panel. Down, maybe I can get a little more light. So up top here, again, we'll start your generator here up here shortly. Down here's a slide control. Number one, I'm just going to hit extend. Oh. See, that didn't extend because the power was on. Another safety feature. You cannot open up the slide. Number two, your bed. And just remember, you can't open up anything when your power's on. These are all safety features. Alright, tank heaters. That's if you're in inclement weather and you think your tanks are going to freeze. They'll turn on a little 12-volt pad on your tanks. Water pump, when you want to utilize that water. Your fresh water. There's two places to turn on your water heater. Gas and electric. It does make a difference. Choose correctly. Up top here, show your brand new battery. Your freshwater tank. That's the one I said to watch when you're filling up your potable water. And your black and gray tanks. Immediately up above my head, your cable and power for your TV back here. Remote right here. Turn that on. Show you this is on a swivel. We'll swivel quite a ways out. Just watch your cable when you take it out. It will also, Insignia Fire TV, it will also strap back against the wall. So make sure you do that for travel. Here's a couple of seats to set on your chairs. When you swivel those around, both of these will swivel around. Those seats will bring you up higher, or these cushions will bring you up higher. Your bunk area will fold down like so. Ladder here. You've also got netting that will buckle in here and completely seal that area off. Coming here, you got pull remote or recliners. Push them back down with your feet. Your table will lift up and release from the wall. It'll set down lower here. You can put these cushions on top and that'll give you another sleeping quarters. Come into our kitchen area here. We got our accent lighting. Power tower, they call these. Charging port and 110s here. Store them away. Plumbing, keep an eye on your plumbing. Here's all your access panels to that. Mostly PEX nowadays. Just keep an eye on it. You are bouncing a house down the road. You don't want things to wiggle loose. Maintain it more than you would your home. We've got a self-explanatory microwave here. Fan high and low. Surface light high and low. Glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. All you will do is turn on your panel light, rock that up, turn that to light, hit your spark when your gas is on. These will all light up like that. Same thing on your oven. Turn it to light. Rock your panel light down, it becomes an oven light. Hit your spark down here, that will light your pilot light. And then just turn it to the desired temperature. So you have that glass down for traveling. Norcold fridge, pretty basic as well. Turn that on here to mode. Right now we're at A with a plug. That means auto, means when you're plugged in, you're off on electricity. As soon as you unplug, that'll switch to gas. Or you can change it to, go through the modes here. Auto electricity, just electricity, just gas, auto electricity. Over here you change your temperatures 1 through 5, 5 being coldest. Turning in our living room, a thermostat. Let's go ahead and turn on the AC. Crank that down, it should kick on really quickly with a couple of quick dumps as well. Get it nice and cool in here. Turn all the way down to 35, I believe 33, so I get it nice and toasty. Now you notice I go through, I'm going to shut it off. Normally, there you go, AC shuts off quickly. Now I go to the heat, and you'll see that, so we're going to go to electric heat, there's gas heat, there's, so that kicked on. I'm going to shut that off. So it's heat, gas, electric, heat, gas. I shut it off. Now generally, that one kind of shut off quickly, but the fan's still going. So that's what I was going to tell you. Is usually a fan on a furnace takes a few minutes to run through before it actually shuts off. Over here's just power control system. Just showing you what kind of service you're running off them. Right now we're at 30 amp. Put door ceiling again, our AC. Smoke alarm is over here. Head down our hallway. The shower. You want to make sure that you have this door snapped open for travel. You don't want this to move. You can open our bathroom door here to give you privacy for your shower. Bath light and fan. That fan is a hand crank open vent as well. It's just an extra spot you can turn it on and off at as well. More plumbing to keep an eye on. Got water filter under there. 110 here. That's our hallway light. Coming back into our bedroom. Fantastic vent. I'm going to turn that on. That should open up and turn on. There it goes. And it did just what I said. You can change the speed of the fan up and down your top, or just shut it off and everything will come down. You can also open and close this slide from in here. Touch it once, you got a blue light. Hold it in, you got a good reader. Same thing on both sides. Our other TV. Now these TVs here will actually flip up for all this storage back here. Closet here, you've got your ladder, as well as a couple bags of lots of paperwork. Go through and register any appliances you think may need to be registered. Just go through your manuals. Underneath our bed, down here at the foot, is going to be our breaker box and fuses. Ton of 15s. Highly recommend having some of those with you when you go camping. Snap it from the top down. Just pushing it back in. And that about covers everything in here. There's our emergency escape window for our bedroom. It's act like we're leaving the campsite and close the unit up. can start by closing this slide. Shut off our bedroom lights. Make sure there was no accent lights on. We're just going to hit top button. Bring it in. Make sure nothing's in between your bed and your closet space there. See, it utilizes every inch. Shut this light off. Make sure our vents are closed and lights in the bathroom are off. This door is secure. Glass top is down. And I like to come up to the front. Actually down here. Shut off my interior lights. And then I can look around to see what other lights are on and see that they're all just a bunch of accent lights. Shut all those off. My hallway lights turn on and off in the bedroom or in the bathroom. So my purpose here is to make sure that all accent lighting is off. So now when I turn on my interior lights, I can say doors and drawers. Walk through here to make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede our slide from coming in. We've already done one. No, number one is inside. Let's hit retract. Alright, so we've got all of our unit up. Let's go ahead. If we're out dry camping or at a campsite, we're going to bring up our stabilizing jacks. Let's go ahead and turn our power back on. Come back to the auto leveling system. Step out this time, see if watch this working. Turn that back on. And we're just going to simply hit retract. When I hit retract, I'm going to start running all these up. It looks like you did the rear first. Actually, just that quickly, all four of them are up. Ready, jacks up. Shut it back off. Come out of the unit, shut our power off, and then shut off our power here. Now if we are out dry camping, go all the way to the rear and open up that low point drain. That's going to be your freshwater tank. And head on to the nearest dump station or on home, whatever you're in need of. If you're at a campsite, we're going to hook our power, our water, our cable, bring up them stabilizing jacks again, and head on up to the dump station. Now at the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump's going to be behind your tire on your driver's side of your tow vehicle. Got 10-foot hose, comes your convenience pack. Hook that up and pull that black handle. When it sounds like it's no longer draining, go inside, look at your black tank. If it's empty or close to empty, come back out, leave that black handle open, grab the hose at the dump station, hook that up here to this tank flush. Turn that on, again emphasizing with that hose open, and let that run for a good 5 minutes. Guy behind you can wait 5 minutes. That's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. When that's done, close that up. Make sure all that washout you just put in there has drained. And then close that black tank and pull your gray tank. Now normally while my grays are draining, drain my low point drains. And if we're done camping for a while, you don't want to leave stagnant water in your hot water heater. Come on over to it. Lift up on this pressure release valve. Be careful, it's going to dump hot water out of there. When it's done, close that. Then you can pull your drain plug of your residual water. When your gray tank is done, close that up. Take that sewage hose, store it in a sanitary and convenient place, like your bumper. and head on home. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Greyhawk for many years to come. Happy camping.